Part of who we are as MyChurch is that we have been called by God to be a people who remove barriers, love God and people, and serve and give together. The reason we go about that is because the way that God has set us up, the way He has designed us to be, is people that chase after Him. People that as He comes towards us, as He moves into our lives, as the Holy Spirit has action that affects us, He is removing barriers because He desires to be in relationship with us. And as those of us who have already made that decision to give our life to Jesus Christ move into the process of disciple making and evangelism and showing people God's love, I believe that it is our opportunity to be able to remove barriers in people's lives, to answer questions that they may have, to be able to say to them, God does love you, and there are things that you may not understand, but we can work through those. And so that removing barriers, loving God and people, and serving and giving together is just the bedrock of who we are, because God has called us to something that is bigger than we are presently. As we look into that reality of who God has called us to be, we have to start with the Matthew 16:18 passage where Jesus asks His disciples, "Who do you say that I am?" And Peter remarks, "You're the Christ, the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And at that time, Jesus identifies and says, "Peter, you did not get that just from your own wisdom. No human revealed that to you. That's straight from God Himself." And Jesus says something that I believe has been misinterpreted many times. He says, "Peter, on this rock I will build my church." And that's where our name comes from, MyChurch. We are not Peter's church. The church is not mine because I'm the pastor. It's not yours just because you happen to show up. It's MyChurch because when God looks at our church, I want Him to be able to say, yes, that is my church. They're doing it the way I designed them to do it. And they are serious about getting after people and chasing them down and showing them my love and removing barriers. And I believe that every single Sunday is an opportunity for that. Every single small group is an opportunity to allow God to continue that process of transformation. Because absolutely, yes, when we give our lives to Jesus Christ, we are made whole in Him, and on a legal standpoint, we're perfect in His eyes. But we know in reality today, I'm not yet perfected, and so God has got some real work to do in every single one of us. And as we move forward, that is the transformation that He is wanting to bring through this church into people's lives.